California legislature worked late into the night Monday to pass a number of bills before its midnight deadline. So let's take a look at what passed. AB 1196. This bill bans police officers from using chokeholds or carotid holds. AB 1506. This requires the state attorney general and not a local DA to investigate every time police kill an unarmed civilian. SB 480. This bans law enforcement officers from wearing camouflage or military-like uniforms. SB 629. This allows journalists to go behind police lines during protests. It also prohibits police officers from obstructing or assaulting a member of the press. AB 979 says companies headquartered in California must have one board member from a minority community. SB 852 requires the California Health and Human Services Agency to create a partnership to increase competition and lower the prices of generic prescription drugs. So, what potential legislation was abandoned? A bill requiring police to intervene if they see officers using excessive force, and a bill that would allow bad officers to be permanently stripped of their badges. A bill to allow homeowners to pay back missed mortgage payments at a later date, a California Green New Deal, and many others. We'll see if some of these come back during next year's legislative session.